Hey y'all. Hello. Hey. What's up, y'all? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hey. Today's Friday. I thought today was Thursday. Lord, child, I thought today was Thursday. Woo! I'm too much in my own world, child. I really thought today was Thursday. I'm not even gonna hold you. How y'all doing? All right, okay. So let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene. And today I'm reading for the beautiful and handsome collective. Hi, collective. Flowers. Yes, two more times. Yes, two more times. Ready? Flowers. Yes, one more time. Flowers. Yeah, one more time. Flowers. Since today is Friday, okay? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information's in the description box below. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so channel message here is two ex-lovers worked in tandem for their personal benefit or their personal gain. Okay, this may trigger some of you guys. I just want to put a trigger warning, a trigger label on this read today. Okay, so let's get into it. So there are two exes, either unbeknownst to you or you are aware. Well, however it resonates. Please keep in mind this is a collective read. It's not going to resonate with everybody, okay? You had two exes here that worked together to benefit themselves, but to spite you, okay? The first lover here, so all right, whoever you have kids with, I feel they felt that they have the most to gain from the situation versus the other lover that you may not have kids with, okay? One of the lovers here, or I'll say the first lover here, did not like the fact that you moved forward, did not like the fact that you disconnected from them, didn't like the fact that you were actually out there at the time you were dating again, or you were in a position where you felt very comfortable to, to go out there and date again. At the time, you may have kept your second relationship or connection a secret or just kind of quiet because I'll say, semi learned from the first connection or relationship. So you want to do something a little bit differently. So of course you didn't receive the same results. Well, things happen more so out of your control as to where not only the second connection was destroyed, both connections were destroyed. They were destroyed by the lover that you were connected with at the time. But both connections were both destroyed. And there were a lot of dark things that were being done behind your back, unbeknownst to you, or maybe you were aware. So what happened here is that they work together here. You have kids with one person, or you have a child with one person, and another one you don't have kids with. The one that you may have a child or kids with here puts you in a position to where you could not take care of this child or children. They needed to make you look bad in court, and because at the time they weren't aware as to who you were dating and things of that nature, they felt it very hard to kind of slam you into a corner. They started to communicate with one another behind your back because both of them were interested as to, well, one of them were interested in regards to who you were dating, the new person that you were dating. And then the other person was more, they wanted to learn more about like your background history. So the second person that you were in the connection with, they connected with your first lover because they wanted to know your background, but the first lover connected with the second lover because they wanted to know what were your current things or what were you doing and things of that nature. Okay. Things started to get a little rocky because the first lover was giving wrong information to the second lover, and it started to change the dynamic as to how the second lover looked at you, to the point where the second lover started to create, we'll say, scenarios or environments where it became very hostile. And the reason why it became hostile is because they were listening to the first lover and they thought, well, since you were with that person first, they thought or assumed that the first lover would have known you like the back of your hand, and that's not true, clearly. But anywho, so this is how they work together in tandem here to more so put you in harm's way here. There were a lot of money that was given to the second lover. The first lover wanted you back, but on circumstances or on conditioned circumstances. The reason why you disconnected or the connection with the first one had disconnected is because they were very disrespectful. They didn't see you, you know, as like an equal to them. They didn't practice reciprocity with you. You know what I mean? They didn't do anything in a positive way to make you want to stay around. So that connection was destroyed. Both of them are gardening tools, big gardening tools, big HOEs, okay? So this was the narrative that they spun about you behind your back, that you were the biggest HOE out there and you were this and you were that. So they thought that because you weren't aware that those two were talking behind your back, they thought that they had a greater chance at trying to like railroad you, and it didn't work. Robbery is here. Yeah, twin flame. The first connection, they couldn't take the idea that you were with someone else. They couldn't fathom the idea that someone else was like loving on you or touching you or kissing you or becoming intimate with you. That's all they cared about. That's all the first lover cared about. They did not want anyone to be around you or to touch you or anything like that. So they had to put things in place to change, or what's the word? Alter or shift the perception of the second lover to get the second lover to be on board with the first lover. So what did the first lover did? They paid money to the second lover to stay away from you, to do certain things to you, to get a certain reaction out of you, to more so just kind of take or etch away from your life. They didn't like your glow up. They just didn't like the way the dynamics of self changed. They didn't like that about you. You may have, however resonates for you. I'm just going by what it says here, but it's your story, so you're going to know better than me. But we have separated and married. So you may have been married to the first lover, and then you became separated from the first lover. And as you move forward, okay, it may have taken you some quite few years, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10s, or whatever the case may be, but it have taken you some years before you decided to move towards the second lover. So it wasn't like you broke up with the first lover yesterday and then tomorrow you in a new relationship. No. It took you some time. So you could have been separated from this love, the first lover, for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then you decided to go through, move forward with the second one here. The first lover never stopped loving you. It's not love, but just hear me out. Let me just explain how I'm hearing it. The first lover always had some form of a love for you. They wasn't in love with you. I just feel like it was the love that you had for them or what you can do for them. And when you stop doing certain things for them, it really pissed them off. Yes, suffering in silence is here. Your first lover also had a secret lover as well too, which is the shocking message. And they wanted that person to be in a rival competition with you. So not only did the first lover didn't like the fact that you left, they already had a secret lover. They did. They had a secret lover on the side here, and they were very upset when you attempt to move forward. So what they try to do here is they try to rub, or they try to lie to their karmic secret lover, because they were very karmic. They thought that that person was a better fit for them, and they were. They were on their vibration, which is very low. So yes, they were the better lover for them, okay? And they said a lot of negative things towards this secret lover that is a karmic here, and try to get this person to be in rival competition with you when you wouldn't budge, or You know, they couldn't get a reaction out of you. It's like your lover wanted to kind of, your ex-lover wanted to kind of put it in your face, like, see, I told you, see, if you don't do right, or if you don't get right, I'm gonna pick somebody else, I'm gonna be with somebody else. Then let them do it. Don't dangle no BS in front of my face. First off, you can't even dangle love in my face, because if you have to dangle love in my face or someone's face, it's not love. And you don't have to threaten me, generally speaking, collectively speaking. You don't have to threaten me that you don't want to be with me anymore. Fucking leave. Excuse my Spanish. Leave. You know what I mean? Just leave. It just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna leave you. Bye. Like, please. We got heifers already early in this morning. Who the heifers out? Point them out, boo. Let me know who they are on YouTube. Make sure y'all add the emoji with the siren on there. Add their name and let me know, okay? Oh, there you go. Stay coil. There we go. I got the heifer out. All right. Okay, cool. Let's move forward. Yes, we got sneaky here. Okay. Hold on, y'all. We got a lot of interlopers this morning. Ew. Anywho, all right. So we got legal matters here. Legal matters here. So whoever you have a child or kids with here, they wanted to be sneaky and they wanted to have a court win over you. But since they weren't aware as to what you were doing, this is why they enlisted the other lover, the other ex-lover here, to get intel about basically what you are doing. But the only way they felt, or this ex-lover, the first ex-lover felt that they could get intel, is by giving the second ex-lover money. Money makes the world go round, doesn't it? Anywho, so that's what happened here. The second lover started to take payment, started to take payment from the first lover here to railroad you. It was like more so of a lesson that they wanted to teach you, that you don't have permission, and here I go with the air quotes, you don't have permission to move forward. You don't have permission to live the best life that you feel that you should. You don't have the best life to just basically do what you feel is best for self, okay? Oops. The second lover is now aware that the first lover used them in a, they feel used. And the only reason why they feel used is because everything is being out in the open now. So of course, if you're speaking up and you're telling your story as to what transpired with you here, they're both in a tizzy right now. They don't know who should take blame for what they have done towards you. It's like a lot of arguing and fighting, a lot of bickering. It's like literally either two women fighting over you or two men fighting over you, however it resonates, okay? But there are actually two ex-lovers here that are actually fighting for you for different reasons. The first ex-lover is fighting for you because they don't want you to move forward with anyone else. They thought they can use legal matters to put you in legal matters here, and they're going to get caught up and jammed up for that. And then the second lover didn't really understand you as much. They thought that she was just very different, and they didn't like the difference that you brought. They thought your difference was very odd and very, very weird. So they didn't know how to place you, if that makes sense. So they felt that using abusive tactics would have been the best way to kind of get you out of your difference. Like, you don't conform, you don't really listen to naysayers, you don't believe the negative feedback that, this ex-lover was trying to give to you here. He's like, oh, okay, whatever. So it caused a lot of anxiety because the first lover here told the second ex-lover how to put you in a position where you can have anxiety. So I feel like because of the experiences that you went through with your first ex-lover here, you've learned how to grow like a hard shell around your emotions. You learn when to argue, when to fight, when to pick and choose your battles. You're just learning how to just kind of reserve your energy for you. The second lover didn't know that. You may have exerted and used your energy or argue and fight with your first lover. So the first lover thought, because they knew you, of course, they thought they knew you, they thought that you would still remain the same, or you would have still had the same like personality or mannerisms. And that would be the intel that the first lover was given to the second lover. So the second lover tried to yah and rah, you ain't nothing and you ain't that, tried to create arguments and fights and things of that nature here. And when you're like, oh, okay, whatever, yeah, yeah, whatever. Like you didn't give it any type of play that they thought that you were. And it caused a lot of anxiety for the second lover. That's why they didn't like your difference. You weren't reacting, you weren't responding as to how they thought that you were going to respond, you know. So the second ex-lover started to call the first ex-lover with more like, well, you said to do this towards them and you said to do that, I did this and I did that, but they're not reacting in the way that you said they were going to react. You know, are you telling the truth? Or I think you're lying. Like that's how things started to go awry or started to shift in a different direction between both lovers behind your back here, because now the second ex-lover thought that the first ex-lover was lying about you. I promise you. I promise you, boo. Yes, money was passed. Yeah, money was passed. They're in financial failure though. So both parties felt like they had the money or the assets to do anything that they wanted to do towards you here. But what happens if you don't have any money? I'll put it in this way. What happens to someone who only lives, they literally live by the term that money is everything to them. They don't care how they get it as long as they get it. What happens eventually to that person who has lived in a very illusion state when it comes to money? All of that's taken away from them. Someone that's very hot, like a hot rod, a Lothario, very flashy. You ain't gonna do nothing to me. Yeah, I got this and I got that, da 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 da. And they think like their money is supposed to make everybody fall to their knees and supposed to be, oh my God, and yeah, 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 yeah. But they lost the money because of candle work that they did towards you. Just know that there are some men out there that do spell work as well too. A little sassy though, you know, kind of sassy. Especially a man that's in their emotions are considered sassy. Hey, I don't make the rules. I just see what they do, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's a pattern, okay? And I just recognize patterns. That's all I can say. But anywho, here, yeah, look, divine masculines in reverse. They're not a divine masculine. They're just a masculine that was doing illegal activities. Okay? That is a fake emperor. Okay? So this sassy man, it is what it is, was very emotional in the way that you move forward and you didn't look back, and they needed you to look back because, as I mentioned, they had a secret lover on the side here and they wanted you to have some form of a reaction to it. I mean, you don't care about that, and it was stressing them out because they was like, they never saw that side of you before. At one point in time, they thought it was a facade. They thought you were just playing, or they thought that you were just trying to hide like your true nature from them. Your true nature is not what they depict for you to be, or your true nature is not what they perceive for you to be. Okay? It's how you perceive yourself. And can't no one tell you who you are better than you. That makes sense? And these two idiots here thought that they can come together, two birds of a CUNT flock together. And they thought they had you cornered here, and they did not. So now they're fighting. Now they're trying to disperse because it's too much attention on both of them. Too much unwanted attention is on them when it comes to you. because of course the lies that they said. One thing I'm learning about sassy men, and hey, it is what it is, they really talk a lot. They pillow talk more than women, which is crazy to me, but hey, they talk way too much more than women. And they feel like by gossiping about women, let's talk about it. They gossip so much about women. I ain't gonna go that deep. Um, this is how they got caught, by gossiping, being a sassy pants, a kitten heels. I call them the kitten heels brigade. Like Leo. Leo, Forest man, will be the ideal depiction or an example of a sassy man. That's the Kitten Hills Brigade, you know? Anywho, we have no communication here. Yes, big people grouping to harm others. Ain't that something, child? Supposedly men at that. That's preying on your downfall. A sassy pants derelict, preying on your downfall because you won't listen to their beta ways. And these are the so-called individuals that claim that they're alpha. If you're an alpha male, you would never have to specifically say that you're an alpha male. You're just going to, it's just going to show action-wise. You know what I mean? You don't ever have to say, I'm an alpha male, I'm strong, I'm this. It's just gonna come out. You don't have to say, boo. Just show us. Yeah, Kitten Hills Brigade. Oh man. Chat. We have Stuck Energy. I think Stuck came out twice. This is the second time it came out here. And they were a cheater. Okay. They wanted you to be okay with them cheating, but you couldn't do it. Or I'll put it in this way. For some, y'all may have. I ain't judging y'all. Y'all do what y'all have to do. For the majority of y'all may not have cheated on both of these individuals. However way it resonates for you. But anyway, the bottom line is that you saw it for what it was and you moved forward. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too. They wanted this to be like a throuple eventually. But the first lover here was trying to actually get the second lover out of your life, and they were successful with that. That they were. They're very successful. But what they weren't successful with is that they really thought that you would have went back to the first lover after the second connection was destroyed, and it didn't work out in that way. Always remember, when you have people on the sidelines that are trying to cause harm to you, I like to consider them as earthworms. And think of an earthworm, especially after the rain has cleared up. The first thing an earthworm do is it comes out of hiding to get food, and it more so creates like a path, or more so it just cleans up. It cleans up the debris from the rain, right? That's how I look at these type of individuals here. All they did was they literally just cleared the path for you. That's all they literally cleared the path for you when it came to the foolishness that they were trying to do towards you. Excuse me, y'all. Listen, Joe. Oh man. I'm not arguing with a sassy pants. I'm just not. And don't you dare call them kitten heels, baby. They be so mad. But hey, truth hurts, boo. I'm sorry. We got narcissists here. with a hidden agenda, which was in reverse. Both lovers were just jealous of you. That's just what it is. They sassy. You have never seen a sassy person that could potentially be jealous of you, how they start to move around it. They think they better than you. They turn their nose up at you. You know what I mean? You can't be sassy, broke, and then emotionally deregulated. Come on, man. That's too much to deal with. I got to deal with all that foolishness. Nah, I'm good. Could be a Libra. That's not in self-control, however it resonates for you. That's super irresponsible, very toxic here. All they do is gamble with their lower Netherlands. They take a gamble every time. They will. I gotta be careful what I say. It could be a Gemini. A message is coming. It could be from a Gemini that a message is coming, or you're gonna receive a message about a Gemini. That's not trusting the process here, because they feel like that their back's against the wall because you're speaking up in regards to what they have done towards you here. But two lovers work in tandem together simultaneously to put you in a harsher predicament based on their own beneficial benefit, whatever they were trying to get from themselves here. And it didn't work. Abundance is in reverse. It could be a Leo who has mama issues. That's where it starts from. The sassy apocalypse. That was mad that you may have made more money than them, or you were in a better position than they were financially. So this person strategically wanted to get married to you for your money. However that resonates for you. Despair. They were in despair that you were doing more than them. For some, however it resonates, for the sassy pants that you were with, it kind of put them in a position where they felt emasculated. That's how they felt. They felt emasculated because you made more money than them. Well, get your money up. Get your money up. How you gonna get mad at somebody because they're a little bit more successful than you? Like, make it make sense. But then going around the community saying that you ain't this, you don't do this, you don't do that, you ain't da 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 da. But I mean, somebody lying here. It looks like you doing pretty well, collective. It look like you doing really well. The energy I'm feeling. Somebody lying. So what they're very nervous about right now, because concern is here, is that they're going to jail. And they are. You know I ain't gonna hide that from them heifers. They going to jail, jail, boo. They going to jail. Okay, we got imprisonment, adjudication. And they know that you are the one with the ability, or you are the one with the key, the master key of all of this foolishness here. And you're the one that's, by you speaking up in regards to what they did, is what's going to land them in jail. Okay. I just said. So you may have to show up in court for what they've done, because this is like Fed charges. It's deep. It's very, very, very deep. It's just certain things I just can't say because of how deep this is going to become with these two sassy pants. But just keep in mind that if you do go to court, and I do feel like you're going to have to see them in court, they're going to try to instill fear into you. They may get other people to come around you to make you afraid. You ain't got nothing to be afraid of, child. And if they're doing that, you need to let the courts know, and also like your lawyer, whatever the case may be. They ain't stopping nothing. Bad health. They're in bad health because they got caught. Well, all could have been fine if they would have just left you alone. They're the one that caused or tried to inflict the abuse on you. And like I've always said, if you went through any type of abuse, do not stay quiet. Don't stay quiet. Because people put other people in abusive states here to make you afraid of speaking up. So if all you keep getting is, you know, every day, all day, or whatever, however, here, And they're trying to put you in a position where you always got to be cowering and you can't say how you feel, then they're going to feel like they won. Child, please. Child, please. Okay? A wealthy man in reverse. A sassy pants that thought that they had a lot of money, and the little money that they had could have been like, a little $1,000 there or something. They probably had like a little, and I say little, a little good job here and there, because the money that they received, they spent it on their gardening tools. This is a very, 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 very nasty spirited person. Both exes are very nasty spirited person. All they do is lead with themselves, their private parts, and it's gotten them in a whirlwind of trouble. Also, when you go to court, there may be other people there that you might not be aware about, but they're aware that the court proceeding is happening, and the Me Too movement begins. This part here is in regards to the STD that both lovers have, because you were dealing with two lovers from the past that would sleep with anything that they saw. So they compromised their health, and because they slept with many people here, other people receive a STD, an incurable one. And this is just going to be a circus. This whole court thing is just going to be a circus ring. And you were like, y'all did all that? y'all did all that? Just because they refuse to let you go, just because they feel like that they can have so complete control over you and they can get you to be quiet. And look what happened. Fake rich. You were dealing with fake richsters. They weren't real. They weren't real at all. Could be a Pisces. However, it resonates. These are the type of men here that wouldn't face another man, but they don't mind putting their hands on women. They don't care. They will fight you. That's sassy. A man is not supposed to put their hands on a woman, and a woman not supposed to put their hands on a man. Let's keep it real, okay? We're not supposed to put our hands on each other, but some people do. And the sassy men that do feel like they have every right to do that. But when a real man, an actual real man comes up and like, yo, do that to me, they can't handle it. Look, another sassy pants. It's the Sassy Pants Brigade. Oh. The sassy ninjas. Okay. We have attention whore. They were an attention whore. The little bit of money that they had, and I got this, and I got that, yeah. And they really thought that was supposed to grab your attention, or they thought that you would have fell in line, or you would have conformed to their foolishness. This person could be tattooed. You could be tattooed. They could be tattooed. However it resonates here. But they were plotting. The reason why those two ex-lovers got with you at the time they got, you had two connections from the past. But the only reason why, the common denominator that they both was interested in you is because of money. That was it. But as I mentioned, their first ex-lover was telling the second ex-lover about your finances, just basically about your personal life. You may not have mentioned anything to the second lover, but the first lover was doing that towards the second lover here, so that way they can, oh, they got money and they got this and they got that, so they can line you up. Crazy. It really is. The vibration difference is too much. It really is. Broke. Sudden changes. They can no longer show off. Well, I mean, they ain't have anything to show off, but the little bit of whatever that they did had to show off it's null and void. And they're on the down low, child. There are some instances here, and I'm going there, but there are some instances with the sassy brigade, and I'll call them that, that they will actually have kids with you so they can keep this hidden. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the things that they want to hide since they feel that they can abuse the collective and that they can get a one-up on the collective. You're not going to get a one-up if you have secrets that needs to be exposed. And I'm going to expose it. I don't care. I don't care. Don't want your stuff exposed? Stop hurting people. Stop harming people. Stop lying to people. That way your stuff won't be exposed. It's truly that simple. Anywho, so yeah, we have on the down low here was sexual deviant, and that's what they were. They were sexually deviant. They led with their front. Anybody that leaves with their fronts there, no, absolutely not. They come from a toxic family dynamic. There was competition. Imagine you in a connection and your lover looks at you as competition. That's not a lover, number one. It's not a lover. You need to get far away from that person. And then number two, to think that it is a competition is crazy because you're supposed to work together, you know, with your connection. That's how a connection works. You have a socket, right? A plug socket. But in order for it to connect, you need to add the plug into the socket. How else are you going to get energy or generate energy? That makes sense? They wanted to be disconnected from you, but yet still connected to you in a way where they're benefiting from you, but you don't benefit from them. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So we have burnt out here. Yeah, they're going to be burnt out. All they had was money, the little bit of money that they had. Now they don't have no money. Now they freaking out. These are the individuals that may have struggled with some form of a father issue. Some people experience trauma differently, and those type of individuals there had really severe father issues. You may have father issues as well too, but not as bad as them, or you may have healed from your father issues. So however it resonates for you. But for them specifically, they haven't healed from anything. They don't even know how to respect themselves. So you got somebody out here that don't respect themselves, but you expect them to respect you, they'll never be able to work. And that's okay. But they weren't okay with that. They wanted you to accept them as they are. No, sometimes you can't. Hey, I see you for who you are, but let me just be about my life, be about my way. But to accept them for being salacious, being a gardening tool, doing all kind of who knows what with any Tom, Dick, and Harry, coming home smelling like the next person, don't shower, don't bathe themselves, don't scrub themselves. You know what I mean? Like they're not taking care of their themselves, but they want you to just no. Lord, this is gonna make me sick. Just no. 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 Yeah, they had, for some of y'all, for whoever's in these connections, for some of y'all, they was very angry at you because you didn't want to lay with them or sleep with them. Your spirit was telling you something differently. Your spirit was telling you, hey, something is off with this person. You know, you were turned off by this person. You may not understood why at the point in time that you were turned off by that person, but you did not sleep with that person, and that infuriated them even more. It was so disrespectful of you to not sleep with them, so they wanted to teach you a lesson. Now, going to court and telling the judge this, and you have complete, accurate evidence, concrete evidence, and you tell the judge or the lawyer, whoever, however here, and you said the reason why this person did all this to me with the evidence that because you didn't want to sleep with them, and that was the reason why they felt they had to teach you a lesson. That's a normal person. That's really a mentally sound person, is what you telling me. A person from the past that can't see or can't fathom the idea that you move forward because you don't want to have any dealings with them. And then for them to feel, like they were God in your life, the God complex that they created in their life, and they felt that they can spread that foolishness into your life and realize that you're not going to play their game, because all this is childish games. They upset like a 5-year-old tantrum, and telling people the opposite. You don't want to sleep with them for whatever reason. You don't want to sleep with them, but they upset that you exposing them, and the first thing that they want to say that comes out their mouth is that you the biggest HOE out here. How does that make sense, man? You ain't sleeping with this person, but the first thing they want to say and speak out to the community is that you a gardening tool. And then secondly, why would they be telling other people about the business of your connection? You gotta watch out for sassy pants in that nature as well too. A man that feels that they can just go and speak about you in a very ill way or an illicit way amongst other people in their peer and their community here. It's not an alpha male. That's a beta. Okay, it's not a strong man like they portray themselves to be. It's not all men, of course, but these narcissistic, emotional men in child's body is who we speaking about here. Imagine you getting abused for not wanting to be intimate with someone. That's normal. Let's talk about it. You potentially could become abused or hurt because you don't want to sleep with someone. And the only choice that they give you is that if you don't, you're going to get what? You kidding me? So the next best thing they thought was to cheat on you. Okay. They only cheating themselves. They're the one that initiated the game. And if you're not playing the game, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. Oh, I'm going to cheat on you. Okay, bye. See you later, sayonara. And now they're in even bigger trouble because they can't keep their foolishness inside their pants. Itching to get out and to ram and jam into someone. They like to ram and they like to jam, if you catch my drift. But yet they're not comfortable ramming and jamming in public. They're comfortable to ram and jam behind the scenes, but they dare not want people to know what they're doing behind the scenes. Y'all, please respect this. Self-disrespect to attack another is mad, isn't it? So spot on. Self-disrespect to attack another is mad, isn't it? Because they can't get their way with you. So you have to pay for it in a negative way because they can't get their way with you. That is crazy. But yet, these are the things I'll be speaking about when it comes to mentally disturbed individuals. These individuals are mentally disturbed. It is what it is. Siblings are involved. They may have slept with a sibling to get back at you. Whatever another person decides to do on their own time, that would never ever affect me. I'm just, hey, it won't affect me, especially if they're doing it from a negative standpoint of things. How is your hurt that you're trying to project onto others, how is that supposed to hurt me? I'm not going to entertain it. I'm going to do something different. Walk away, ignore you, disconnect, whatever the case may be. But what you do to yourself would never hurt me. I'm just being honest. You got domestic violence here. I have four male friends that I consider brothers. And if it wasn't for them, to be honest, because they are the ones that showed me and taught me, you know, what to look out for versus like red flags versus green flags. And I love them, you know. But it's just sad out here. Like, you really have some men out here that really feel like you are supposed to be in a submissive state. You're supposed to be docile. You know, you're supposed to listen to their commands as they bark at you. And it's just like, what? And I'm like talking to I call them my four brothers, you know, and I'm like, yo, bro, what's the, no, that ain't it. So like, really? What? Really? And they tell me what's up. And I'm like, that make a lot of sense. And these type of sassy kitten heels individuals here, they tend to go towards women who may not have a lot of support, who may not have like a backbone in support, meaning like friends, families, things of that nature here. And that's why they feel so comfortable, or more comfortable, or they feel like that they can lower their guards down, because if they were to put you in a domestic violence situation, who are you going to turn to? Who are you going to run to? If that makes sense. So they feel like that they are at an advantage to put you in a disadvantage. I'm sorry, but I'm not. This is what they're into. It is what it is. So whatever. Okay? They're bisexual. And what makes it more dangerous here is that they were very abusive with their danger. There were drugs involved. So when they connected with the person of the same sex here, they also told that individual lies about you, which makes no sense to me, because why would you be pillow talking with their multiple sex partners about you? Y'all not together. So why are you pillow talking about the collective? Do your dirt, do whatever you do, and move forward. But they pillow talk a lot with someone of the same sex, and someone of the same sex doesn't like you, which doesn't make sense to me. A man should never be in a woman's area, if that makes sense. Or how can I put that? A man should not be in a woman's business, and a woman shouldn't be in a man's business. Why is it that they're a man that is mad because you don't want to be with them, pillow talking about you with their lover that they screwing? What is that about? Baby. You got to get people to turn on the collective because the collective don't want you? Both exes were together. I could tap in and see. Let me grab this deck here. Because the way they going, they might as well be together. Baby, the lovers. Yeah, they were together. Wow, and that's the tower that's coming down? Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, there you have it. There you have it. The Ace of Swords is the truth. Where you from? Where you from? Why are you asking me that? Where you from? Interesting. Oh yeah, they were together, child. With the sun here, could be a Leo. The tower, I really feel like it's Scorpio. Ace of Swords, I feel like is Gemini. Like the truth, or two sides. One side is the lie, one side is the truth. That's how I look at it. And then the lovers here is Gemini. So Ace of Swords could be Libra. The lovers is definitely Gemini. The tower is Scorpio, and the sun is Leo. Interesting. So what they want is y'all to be a throuple. Oh man, this is people only try to hurt you when you refuse their advances. So I gotta be hurt because I said no to what you want me to do? I know. We got the fool here. Here you come with your la-di-da so. With your la-di-da so. You're moving forward for new beginning and they feel defeated. So you mean to tell me you got two ex-lovers behind your back, ramen and jamming themselves, or ramen and jamming together here. And man, oh man, yeah, justice, the moon. Oh my God, judgment. Oh man, they worked together. Three of Pentacles. Yes, they did. Dang, that's some really crazy stuff, man. Either two women fighting over you from the past or two men fighting over you from the past, and then they actually sleep together. That's wild. And then still trying to come back towards you for you to be with them. What is this? Like, what is this? Anywho, we got the Five of Wands here, so you're gonna know that that's what happened here. I guess they developed a connection or a little relationship here, and they felt, whatever. However way people do their thing, child. I cannot save this live on Instagram. I'm sorry. You will have to see this on YouTube, okay? I cannot save this live on Instagram. So if you want to rewatch it, you'll have to come to YouTube, okay? Yeah, we got the Death card here. It's an Emperor in reverse. A real Emperor would never steer you down the wrong path. A real true man will lead you and won't put you in a position where you feel like you're second guessing yourself. A real man will lead you in a very positive way, will, lift you up, and vice versa. A woman, nurturing, etc., etc. But these individuals, whoever resonates with this story, you weren't dealing with men. It is what it is. You were dealing with men in childish bodies. That's what you were dealing with. These are the type of individuals that if other men are around, they kind of camouflage themselves and come off as if they're really strong or they have the bravado, and they don't. And that's okay. Be who you want to be. But I shouldn't have to get my behind beat up or abused because you can't be who you want to be. That don't make sense. And I'm not going through that. I'm not taking it from no... Well, they're not men, but you catch my drift. I'm not taking it from no sassy pants. I'm just not. Y'all got me. I'm just not. But yeah, you will be going to court. You're going to get some form of a confirmation or paperwork. Trust me, if you feel like nobody is watching you, they're watching you. Okay, like I said, this is a bigger case because of how deep they went or how far they went to really blindside you here or railroad you here. And at the end of it all, they only ended up railroading themselves. So just be patient. Be patient. You're going to have your day in court. You're going to have your time in court. It's so much overwhelming evidence as to what these individuals were doing towards you behind your back. So just keep doing what you're doing. Keep la-di-dying. And when you get the call, or they say, hey, now it's time to come speak your testimony, whatever the case may be, you will. Okay? Just give it some time. Don't stress about it. And as I said, the first thing that they're going to try to do is they're going to try to, with the vision of the community here, they're going to do everything possible to try to sway the jury or the jurors, so they could be trying to like mess with them, witnesses, things of that nature, to make them scared. It's not going to work. They just going to hurt themselves even more. Just let them do what they have to do. That's just my motto. If at any point in time someone is doing something harmful or baneful towards you, acknowledge it, of course, disconnect from them, release them, call judgment, and move on. Keep moving forward, and let however way you do your thing, your spirit team, guide, deities, however you do your thing, let them take care of them. Don't get yourself caught up in no crossfire of any type of thing. So this is going, oh, okay, interesting. One feels very pre-transitional. Oh, I wonder why. Interesting. So one of your lovers feels very pre-transitional. Here's the wings here. And the reason why they feel pre-transitional is because their family is aware as to who they are. They lie to their family, or they hid their true intentions from their family here. The gloves are off, or there's no protection. So there's no protection around their skeletons or the bones in their closet here. So they don't like the attention, as they don't like the unwanted attention that they're getting here. So they're feeling very pre-transitional. They feel like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, ooh, golly, ooh, they don't like this transformation. They don't like what's going on here. They don't like how this is turning out. So we have transformation in reverse. And then we have the boar. I like to look at the boar as a form of like aggressiveness. Like it's spreading out of control. This was not how it should have ended. They never intended for it to end in this way. Basically, how it's ending is you speaking out in regards to what they did to you. That's how it's ending here. And it's putting them in a very not so good mental space here. Ooh. Like the fantasy is not there anymore. The fantasy has been disillusioned. No, a pre-transition is like if you what's another word for that? Like taking yourself out. So like exiting stage left. No. So I say that term so I don't have to say the other word, the S word. That makes sense. So basically, because they feel caught, they feel stuck, they feel like they can't deal with all of what's happening here, and this person may take their life. They may exit out. Because they know of the seriousness of the matter, just how serious this matter is. And they know that if they go in front of a judge, they know they will go to jail. And that's just something that they don't want to go to jail. They don't want to go to jail. They don't. They're guilty. They're not honest with themselves. Health is in reverse. There was a lot of money involved here. It's like when this person got paid, they sending money to the other lover. Why are you sending money to another lover in regards to the collective? That's really odd. Like, forgiveness is in reverse. Like there's no forgiveness for this, or there's no coming back from this. This person can't come back from this because they went to the extreme. They went to the extreme. That's normally what happens. So Monique Blair says on TikTok, they don't get to jump ship. In some cases, people do. When they can't handle the chaos that they have placed in other people's lives, some people decide to pre-transition themselves out. I'm telling you, I ain't making it up. I ain't making it up. They regret what they've done. And they can't handle that heat. They're going to surrender. They're very indecisive right now. Because it's like, I did all this. I did this in a collective. Oh my, like all they're thinking about is the troubles that they've created. They created it. They created their troubles, not you. You wanted to move forward. That's all you wanted to do. Despite how they treated you, like trash, disrespectfully. You wanted to move forward. They wanted to stop that from happening for you. That's crazy. Why should you have to be a subject of abuse of any kind? Why? And why is it hard for people to not realize that they have issues? You can get help for that, but they refuse to. They refuse to get the help. So you got to be penalized because they refuse to get the help? That's not fair to you. How's that fair to you? So in most cases, specifically for the individuals that cause chaos amongst other people, when they can't take it anymore, they can't take it anymore. And they cleanse themselves out of the earth. They do, not you. You didn't do anything to this person. They did it to themselves. It's the guilty conscience. The guilt is making them tilt. And that's what they decide to do because they can't handle what they did to you. Damn. So you take the easy way out. It's still not easy. Still not the easy way out. That's what they think. They still got to deal with the karma if they reincarnate back. It's a whole, that's different. I ain't going too deep into that. They're realizing that they're not growing. They know they're not growing. And people are blaming them because of their talking. They're pillow talking. They're telling people things that you're not. And you come out with the truth, all the holes are being filled with the truth. They can't handle it. Well, why would you spread lies in the first place then if you can't handle the backlash? Will you get backlash for truth? Absolutely. But if you know it's the truth, you ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm going to keep saying that. You would never have anything to worry about if you're telling truth. Yeah, is the truth harsh sometimes? Heck yeah. Yes. The end goal here for everyone is to speak truth and nothing but truth. The truth truly will set you free. The truth will make you feel like it will just make you feel so light and airy and light spirited. You're like, oh man, okay, I said what I had to say, now I feel good. People that tell lies can't do that, boo. They can't do that. They can't face the truth. They're running from the truth. They're hiding from the truth. They're using lies to supersede the truth. They're doing everything possible, but yet to accept the truth for what it is. So a person that can't accept themselves for who they are, a person that can't accept the truth as to who they are, they're going to surrender to themselves. It's a self-imposed prison that they put themselves in. They did. They regret what they've done. They self-destruct, not you. They self-destruct. And that's what they feel is the only option left. Because they can't fix the narrative or they can't fix the perception as to how people see them. Because people blaming them for what they've done, not you. You only can get blamed for something that you've done. If you didn't do anything, well, okay, then that makes sense. People gonna blame people all the time for whatever it is. But if you know you ain't did it, well, I didn't do it. Oh, okay, you ain't do it? No, I ain't do that. Well, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm just saying. They can't handle the blame that they created. Oh, what do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? They try to keep you caged like a bird and then try to beat down on you for trying to move forward. What do they want us to do? They did not fulfill their purpose. Their purpose was to find themselves, heal, and move forward. They weren't able to do that. So I don't know I just don't know what these karmics want us to do. I don't know. And I ain't got no recipe. I ain't got no solution. I don't have anything for them. So it's just what it is. We have failure in imagination. See, the illusion has popped. There is no imagination. It's just full blown in their face. And they have to accept it. It's either you accept it or you don't. They're not going to accept it. Okay. Well, if they don't accept it, they're not going to accept what they've done. They can't accept it because they're forced to see what they've done. They can't take that pressure. That's crazy. They can't take the pressure of themselves. You can't stand in the mirror and see what type of an individual that you actually came out to be in your adult life. You the one that made the decision. I didn't make it. They did. They refuse to listen to you. They call you all different types of whatever, however, and then they use other facilities and organizations to make them feel like that they were stronger and superior than you. Okay, can we help them? Didn't you attempt to help them? How much more help should you offer to a person after they showed you who they were? So you mean to tell me you want me to help them going through many years, and I'm talking about years of abuse, financial abuse. They put you in a position to where they are the breadwinner. Could be a male or female, however resonates in your story. But they put you in a very compromised position to where you can't make your own money, i.e. you stay home, you may have a child or children. They keep you stuck in a certain way. They berate you so you don't have a job because you lost your job, but you're not understanding or realizing that they're the reason why you lost your job. So you're trying to figure out how you can get things back together again. And as you're trying to remold or reorganize your life, the things that they say out the mouth, oh, you so lazy, why you don't get a job, why you don't this, you don't have enough money, da 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 da. But they are the culprit, they are the reason why you lost the job in the first place. Okay, financial abuse. Let's talk about emotional abuse. Emotional abuse of the way that maybe you look, maybe you just got your hair cut for today, or maybe you got your nails done and it kind of perked up your self-confidence, and the first thing that they're going to say emotionally, why would you get that hairstyle? That don't look good on you. That color don't look good on you. Why would you this? Why would you that? Why would I help someone that has intentionally attempt to cause chaos in my life? Why would I help them? Help them for what? So you want me to enable what they have done towards me, because that's exactly what that is. You see them for who they are. And all they're doing is they want you to enable them so they can continue the abuse, and eventually you will be here. And as I've mentioned, I'm not putting my life on the line for not a MF. I don't give a flying F who you are. I would never do that to myself. I love myself that much. I have that much self-respect, worth, and dignity of self that I would never put myself in harm's way. You tripping. So the question, or the answer to your question, is, can we help them? We tried. We tried in so many different ways, and every time we attempted to help them, we got our ASS handled. Absolutely not. So they're going to have to figure that out on their own, boo. I'm not going to help an abusive person continue to abuse me. That ain't making sense. Instead of helping them, help yourself. Thank you, Gigi. Help yourself first. Help you? After you berate me and literally disrespect me and try to unalive me, you want me to help you, child? Please. Not over here. Anywho, in too deep. Okay. You ain't realizing by you helping them, the cost of the game was your life when you attempt to help them. You can't help everybody. In a perfect world, oh baby, I would love to, because I love to help. Oh, trust me. In a perfect world, absolutely. But we don't live in a perfect world. And not everybody should have access to receive help or assistance from you, especially after they showed you blatantly as to who they are towards you. I ain't doing it. I'm not praying for enemies. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not giving any of my good opulence away to any riffraff trash. I'm not. I'm just not. And that's what they are, riffraff trash. Anywho, we have the cult here. I'm just not. They created a group of people to go against you and calling you all different types of, oh, you ain't this and you ain't that and you ain't never going to be and get that. And I'll keep moving forward with the mental abuse. We went through financial abuse, went through emotional abuse. Let's go through mental abuse. Trying to gaslight you, trying to psychologically mind F you, trying to get you to not see things as to how you're exactly seeing things, but you want me to help this person. Now we talk about physical abuse, where some people actually went through some form of a physicality or a physical something with these individuals here. They putting their hands on you. They're drawing out a pew-pew towards you. They're putting things in your food. They're putting things in your drink. They're trying to mess up with your car. They're trying to cut the brakes off your car. Anything that they can do to stop you from moving forward. Why would I help somebody in this nature? I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell nobody what to do. You got to do what's best for you. But just be very careful as to who you help. That's all I can say. I'm not helping nobody go against me. Sit with that. Don't help anybody go against you. Because that's all they're trying to do. And if you give them the invitation to do that, they will. With no problem. And you know what they're going to say at the end of it all? Well, they let me. That's what they'll say. Oh, well, you didn't say anything, so you just allowed me to do it. You allowed me to. You allowed me to. Okay. Okay. Anywho, you have a divine calling. Thank you, B2. Another sassy pants. Not B2, but who was that heifer? There's a lot of sassy pants men in the comments today. Anywho, we in the shadows. Okay. In the shadows. You're not in the shadows, but they're in the shadows. And they refuse treatment. They're sexually deprived. That's an issue for them. They're financially deprived. That's an issue for them. They're spiritually deprived. That's an issue for them. They're mentally deprived. That's an issue for them. They're psychologically deprived. They're physically deprived. That's an issue for them. They refuse treatment. So someone that knows that there are other options to get the help, and it doesn't always have to be medicine. There's many different types of healing and help and assistance, things of that nature. But knowing for a fact that there are many different options or paths that one can take to enlighten, or more so to help to enhance their life, they refuse to. But yet they still want to lurk behind the shadows. They want to keep their secrets in the shadows and they want to expose yours. But you're an open book. You ain't got nothing to hide because you're not out here doing anything crazy. Help them. They can't even help themselves. They can't even keep their junk in their pants. Help them. And it looks like they got caught in the act of what they've done. So they're the one looking like a deer in headlights. Baby. Thirst trapped. Thirst trapped. Because they're sexually deprived, they feel like that you should be too. Everything is not about sex, man. Is sex great? Yes, it is. It's the greatest when you're with the right person. But sex is not, there's more to life than just sex. It is. And if you are leading with sex, you don't really have you don't have a lot to offer. You don't have anything to offer. If all you're leading is with sex, They wanted to penalize you because you did not want to have sex with them. How do you penalize somebody like that? By abusing them. You want to do it. You want to have sex. What? Child, please. They triggered by you not wanting to be intimate with them. Crazy. It's crazy. It's very shallow. Sex is serious, but it ain't all that serious. It's not all that deep. To me, that's my perception. That's just my perception. That thing will always be there. Self-pleasure, it will always be there. Don't worry about that, child. Don't worry about other things. And they were very irresponsible with self-pleasuring themselves. They may self-pleasure themselves to you with a picture. They have an issue. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you think about is having sex in the afternoon, in the evening, but you're not worrying about like bills or anything else. That's an issue. Don't nobody got time for that. And they're salty because you see that they have an issue. They can't quench their thirst. That's why they pillow talking with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Anybody that will listen to them, they'll ram you, jam you down, and so they felt like by stepping out on you would be a form of retaliation. To who? To you or to them? To you or to them? Who other people sleep with don't hurt me. That would never hurt me. My health is upright. My panels come back healthy. I don't have a worrisome head or stress. Oh my God, are they cheating on me? Are they sleeping out there? I will push you out. Hey, take this MF off my hands, please. Take them off my hands. I don't want you around. I don't. I'm just saying. And they travel to get their rocks off. They do. I don't want a person like that around me. If they feel like that's the only way they feel important and special, then they can do that from not around me, but away from me. They can do whatever they want. Everybody got free will. Do what you want. Just don't include me in your foolery. That's all I say. I don't care if you're hanging from a pole and you sticking it in a socket. Just stay away from me when you do that. I don't care. I mean it. Anywho, we have Aquarius, Sagittarius. What you do don't make me poo at all. Cancer, what you eat don't make me poo. So Aries, and who you sleep around, and I don't care how they look. I don't care about none of that stuff. Everybody is not open about their sexual health, boo. Some people never even been to the doctor to have a panel done. I don't care what you do. Do it outside and don't come back. Libra, Capricorn. Some people base their sexual health on your sexual health. Basically saying that if you went to the doctor and you realize all of your boards are clean, they would be like, oh, well, if you clean, I'm clean. Absolutely not. You gotta pay attention to the red flags. If they're only leading with what they have at the bottom of their thing, they don't have anything at all. And they're gonna put you in a very compromising position if you're not careful. Because most people lead with their private parts because that's all they feel they have to offer. And it's not. But that's just how they perceive things. And hey, who am I to tell someone as to how to perceive things? That's on them. I could either entertain it or not. And I choose not to. I choose not to. Taurus. Leo. Gemini. Okay, so if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I am not going to keep this saved on Instagram. You're going to have to watch on YouTube. The AfroZen 8888 is my username on YouTube. And I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for the gifts. You are truly appreciated. And yeah, have a great day. Bye, TikTok. Bye, Instagram. I love you. Yes. Mwah. See ya. Bye, YouTube. Mwah, 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 mwah. See you on the next one.